Hi, this is Jesse Cranio again, coming to you for one more episode of Desperate Teachers, with recipes, relief and support for developing and tired teachers. In this podcast, we look at how teachers can improve and further their teaching, while making teaching more successful for teachers and students. This podcast is for English teachers and teachers at large everywhere, whatever you may be teaching or contemplating to teach. Desperate Teachers is helping teachers teach, because teachers have questions too. This material is copyright 2016 on all known supports and all supports to come. Today, we look at other alternative approaches. In this podcast, we have looked at many teaching ideas, supports and materials. Books, audio recordings and podcasts, role plays and workshops have all proved efficient, enhancing and developing command of English. Study trips and stays, Suggestopedia, hypnosis and music therapy, graphology, neurolinguistic programming, personal branding and general semantics. Other approaches are always welcome, but they have to be studied carefully and prepared thoroughly. Study trips and stays. Sadly, I have found that study trips and stays have usually been a letdown, mostly for those which are mass-produced and ending up in a commercial argument, but certainly far from pedagogical. The original pedagogical promise is simply not delivered, although there is a great potential there. Beyond the fact that most teachers aren't teachers or properly trained teachers, the host families are only there for the money, and some parts of the English-speaking world are swarmed over and invaded by kids and teenagers on the rampage, far from eager to learn, but out for a good time. I have seen squads of entire trains heading in that direction, all together at the same time, making the whole English-speaking place turn into a foreign language-speaking place, where English for a while had become the foreign language. The whole process should be revised and redesigned to be a proper English course. Still, I would say that some organizations and people offer homestays with a teacher where a proper course of action is jointly designed and implemented. Suggestopedia, hypnosis and music therapy. Else, I have been given to try Suggestopedia and hypnosis with surprising benefits. When Dr. Lozanov put Suggestopedia together in his natal Bulgaria, he certainly didn't have English teachers in mind. Yet, the approach he developed has fared far and wide before it fell into oblivion. Music therapy today travels on the same road to accompany students into better and easier learning, and it has yielded great results. All the same, hypnosis can just be what the doctor ordered. Hypnosis surgeries are opening all over the world for treatment and/or learning. I used hypnosis to work on releasing and realizing the command of English, and it worked wonders. In one session, the rate of improvement and command just skyrocketed. It is common knowledge today that anyone driving at a certain speed along a certain road, where the signs are planted with trees regularly spaced out, is likely to fall prey to a hypnotic sleep and lose control of his vehicle. Likewise, the students following the principles stated as stipulated above in the Learning to Learn sections are submitted to a form of mesmerism that will eventually enable them to let go and slip into the stream of hypnotic and suggestopedic learning. Teaching English with songs is also a great and powerful tool, and is one part of using music in teaching. Teachers can play soft, easy listening music in the background at a very low volume, and encourage students to play music at home while they're studying. I have also used music therapy on a young student who didn't want to go back to school anymore and didn't study. In 2 weeks, the young boy wanted to go back to school and was studying at an amazing rate, wanting to take on more subjects while developing his drawing skills by himself to an amazing standard and maturing accordingly. Music therapy is all that to begin with and so much more. I once had a student who, after a first 2-hour session, complained she had migraine and she was aching all over. I immediately imagined it was stress and was probably related to the lesson or my teaching. No, she answered. We're all stressed in the family. None of us can sleep or even go to sleep at night. Our 2 sons are extremely stressed and nervous and aggressive. I guess it runs in the family. I suggested we use music in our next lesson, and she could tell me to stop there and then if she ever felt in any way inconvenienced or disturbed. She agreed, and so we did, and never stopped the music. She took my CD home and came back the following week. Feeling a radical change, she told me they were now all relaxed at home and had a much more laid-back and stress-free life. Her husband was even listening to the CD back at work. A French music publisher even produced their own CD collection in the 80s to help A-level students study and revise for their up-and-coming examinations. This presents the benefits of relaxing students and thus having them learn in a relaxed mode that focuses attention and helps memorization. Music has the power to empower the brain. We should all live in music. Religions have used music to support their celebrations and teachings. Thank God for music. Graphology, neurolinguistic programming, personal branding, and general semantics. I would recommend teachers to take up some interest in graphology, neurolinguistic programming, personal branding, and general semantics. These tools will bring a great addition to any teacher's skills, as well as an extended understanding of the students and the students' types and abilities, based on their characters and character development. Graphology. Graphology is the study of people's handwriting and can greatly help define what type of students we're dealing with and respond accordingly by adapting the teaching to the type of students we are working with. NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, offers tremendous inroads into understanding how people operate and what motivates them, as well as how they react and act, and so how they learn. Like graphology, NLP is an additional tool that would be more than welcome in any teacher's toolbox. If Anthony Robbins' Unlimited Power is a great introduction, however, forget his Unleash the Power shows, which are only a demonstration of his charisma and very pleasant personality. Most Bandler and Grinder books should be a good start. Personal branding. Personal branding is really about defining and communicating. It is about calling what's what and offers a great outlook on how to communicate, convey ideas better for an enhanced response. Check out the Peter Montoya's book, The Brand Called You, which should get you off to a good start. General semantics. General semantics is about the power of words carefully chosen and how you can get to the point and make your point better and often bigger. There's no real book, to the best of my knowledge, apart from a few books about Alfred Korzybski's ideas and seminars, until I write my own, an old project. Neurolinguistic programming, personal branding, and general semantics will bring your course all together. All the above are more than worthy additions to any discerning teacher's lesson. Let's remember, teaching is all about learning, even for the teachers. Bring your students to learn and learning. All the above will help teachers gain trust and confidence for both teachers and learners. People will not focus on their learning if there is something troubling them or they are under too much pressure and stress. They will not be ready or prepared to learn until they let go, and time marches on. So combining music, relaxation and learning can be just the answer you're waiting for. Sometimes a relaxation exercise will be just the thing to trigger off unsuspected energy and resources in students. Not all organizations will necessarily lend a keen eye on those parallel approaches, so the teacher should make sure his or her school is prepared to authorize these approaches. And let's hope they do. For more on teaching, check my book, The Comprehensive Teacher, also an audiobook by Maxine Lennon. Remember, always keep calm and speak English. Nobody will get hurt. All my audiobooks, ebooks and books are for sale on Amazon, Fnac, Kobo, iTunes, and may be listened to or read on most smartphones, tablets and computers. I regularly offer training and coaching sessions and workshops to professionals and individuals. My services include training and coaching for teachers and trainers, in-company training, languages and communication, writers and authors, the media. I also translate from French into Italian and from French into English and back. I train and coach on teaching and training in teaching in English, French, Italian and Spanish. And for further questions and more information, contact me at jesse.cranu@yahoo.fr. That is Jesse, Jesse, .cranu, CRAIGNOU @yahoo.fr. I will do my very best to answer new questions and take suggestions. See you in our next podcast.